Right, back on with the GTI today. I'm going to see how far we can get with it. I've got a new oil cooler, new water pump thermostat housing, so that's the first thing we're going to be doing, and then hopefully start getting the front end together and just keep moving on from there. We'll see how far we get in this video, so keep watching, keep following, don't forget to subscribe. Let's crack on. Right, to do these water pumps, I can usually do them from on top, even with the front ends on. I don't take the inlet manifold off, I work around it. But because brad pack's only held on with 2 cable ties, I'm going to remove it back off. I'm actually going to take it off, so then I can try and flush that radiator back out. Plus it'll give me more access then to the oil cooler and the water pump. Not sure what's involved on the oil cooler. I think the alternator might have to come off just to give us a bit more space. So yeah, we'll just start off by removing that rad pack. But we am going to leave the AC condenser input dangling because the pipes saves degassing and regassing. AC condenser just 5 T30 screws. And then we're going to disconnect coolant pipes and boost pipes. Going to leave the intercooler, the rad and the fan all connected, and we'll just remove it in one. Look how brown it is. Stinks of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this boost pipe out the way, remove some of the coolant hoses, and then this one across the top, and that should give us enough space to access that water pump thermostat. And if I remember right, I think there's 5 screws that hold that on, and there's a little drive belt, and then it comes out of a little union with 2 O-rings on, so that will come out the way, and then we should be able to access that oil cooler, hopefully. If not, like I said, we'll pull that alternator off. See, it's all stripped off, water pump thermostat housing's out, just give the block a little clean up, and that's where the oil cooler is. Them 2 back bolts are right nightmare to get on, to be honest. Obviously it'd be a lot easier if the oil filter housing and everything was off, but it's on the car itself, it's quite hard to get to. Cooler thermostat housing on. You can see there's a new water pump thermostat housing, and just through there you might see the cooler. Boost pipes back on, cooling pipes are back on. So I've brought the clip on the throttle plug. Yeah, so we'll get the rad pack back on, and we'll put some clear water through it and let it just come out the bottom and try and flush it out. Then I'm going to try and clean the coolant bottle a little bit. We'll run it with just water in to start with. Might put a drop of pink in it, run it up, drop it, and then refill it again. Also going to drop the oil, do oil and filter on it as well. Well, if I was to say that went nice and easy and everything went to plan, I'd be lying. I've actually had that water pump off, the new one, off twice. So that means I've removed the water pump on this car 3 times. Put it all together once, and it was leaking out the little union, so I took it back apart. Thought it might have been not sitting right, re-greased it, put it back in, put it back together, leaking again. Took it apart this time, couldn't see nothing, so I've actually put the old original little union in, because that's all I've got here. Put that in, and that stopped the leak. I've had it running for a while now. There is still a little bit of brown in the water bottle. I think it's obviously what's around the engine, around the system. So what I'm doing now is actually just draining it, just poured loads of water through to try and push it through again. So now I'm going to get the front panel back on and we'll refill it with some pink antifreeze and that. I might actually put a new bottle on once I've drove this car around and that, because obviously all the muck's sticking to the side of the bottle. So I might end up putting a new bottle on. But yeah, that'll drain a bit more and we'll put the front panel on and then get on to putting the headlights and stuff in, I think. Right guys, front panel's back on, headlights are in, crash bars on, top braces are on. Yeah, I'll show you that before we pop the bumper on. See, headlights in with the repair tabs. I'm going to get some new clips, will go underneath the bottom here, because I've just realised they're broke, but they fix onto the buckets under the lights. Front panel's on, done a little bit of a repair here. You know, it's how the prettiest, but it's got it, it's solid. Save 400 quid on that front panel. Headlights in again. Yeah, it's going to loosely pop the bumper on now, let's plug it in, pop it on the clips, because it's going to have to come back off the paint. But at least then we can just see what it looks like overall, and then try and do something with the bonnet, because I think the bonnet is bent here slightly. I think that's come down on the impact of that pushing up, so I think we need to knock that forward first and hopefully then tap it back in, because the bonnet's sitting high. Yeah man. Bumper's lightly clipped on, no screws in it, just literally just hanging in there. It's going to have to come back off to be repaired. I've just popped the old grill in just to see what it looked like. Lights are in, and then I've just been straightening up the edge of this bonnet a little bit and down the side. So yeah, just lining that up a bit. Don't seem too bad at the minute. It's got to come a bit more forward on there and then tap the eye spots down. New grill, and obviously repair the bumper. Well, what I've decided to do is do a few more mechanical bits on the car before we start ordering any suspension, coilovers, sorting any wheels, doing any bodywork, getting all that sorted. Took it around the block the other day on the trade plates just to see how it drove, noises, etc. The coolant, the oil. But this caliper on this side is locking on. The more you drive it, it just locks up to the point where you lose off the accelerator and the car's braking on its own really hard on this corner. So we're going to pop on caliper. I'm going to pop on an ABS sensor, because what that was, it's killed the ABS sensor I think, because that's just flagged up. Possibly the heat resistor. And then just so I can get it, looks like, drive it a bit longer, and then we'll start ordering some bits and tackling the other bits and getting it clean and getting the seat out and all that. New caliper on and new ABS sensor in. The old ABS sensor gave me a bit of a game, snapped in the hub. So yeah, that's what we've done. Pair of mole grips, drilled it, put a little number plate screw in. Now lever board across that to the shocker. So I rested the pry bar across there when it was in the chain and smacked the pry bar up, pulled it out. So that's in. So what we're going to do now is bleed the caliper. Basically this, you fill it up with brake fluid, put it onto the reservoir, pump it up, get the pressure in, and then come to the bleed nipple, loosen that off. Obviously I'll catch it into a bottle with a hose. What I like to do when you've got a new caliper, I'll bleed that now, let the pressure off, pump the brake up, and then re-bleed it again, just in case any air's trapped in the system. Forgot to mention as well, obviously that caliper's silver, unpainted. It will be saying silver. We get the car all mechanically sound and that. And then when we're doing the mods or fitting coilovers or whatever, we'll get all the wheels off, clean all the brakes, and we'll repaint the calipers. So that, yeah, that'll look nice and fresh. Well, I've got the cleaning stuff out, so I've had to wash the car. So while the stuff's out, I'm just going to give this a quick jet wash. under the arches, in the door shuts, under the bonnet, get all the green off it. So then next up we'll be pulling the interior out, ready to clean the inside. Yeah man. Well, that's the car all washed, shuts, engine bay, round the boot, in the fuel cap, all the tree saps off it. There's a bit of tar on the bottom, but to be fair, the paintwork ain't too bad apart from the obvious damage. We're going to get this seat out and get it over to Anne to AJ Retrims. It's just a case of 4 bolts, possibly a connector under the seat. I believe them M10 multi-spline or triple square, whatever you want to call it. But what I like to do is always just give it a tap with the hammer. You want to make sure that triple square is in, because if it rounds off you'll be in the trouble. So yeah, little tap, and then we just get them out. I think we're going to take both seats out. We're going to send this one to the trimmer, get that one out, and then we can get on with cleaning the inside of the car. Obviously it's disgusting, so with the seats out it'll make it a whole lot easier. We can do a better job. Yeah, 2 plugs under the seat. I'll just get that. I don't think the seatbelt's connected. Look at that, we even got a few coins. Get towards having it repaired, man. It's disgusting, eh? That's it, with my AJ retrims, just dropping the seat off. You want any work done, retrims, repairs, headliners, you name it, drop him a message. Well, that's the seat dropped off at AJ Retrims. Should get that back tomorrow. Get the car clean inside, and then we'll crack on with the bodywork again. On to the bit I'm dreading, cleaning this bloody interior. What I'm going to do is start off with getting all the rubbish out, then I'll hit it with a dry vac, and then we'll wet vac it, starting obviously with the roof lining, and then work our way down. Roof lining, all plastics, rear seats. I've took the back bench out, obviously both front seats are out, and we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it'll come up alright, but yeah, it's minging, man. Even just the dry vac has made all the difference. Next up, we'll get the upholstery cleaner and all the Charles, the Hoover, and we'll get on to wet vacuuming it all. Well, as you just seen, that's the inside all clean. Seats are back in. Like I say, we dry vacked it, I wet vacked it, sheen up the plastics, and that's all the inside done. Been on about 5 hours. But yeah, it's come up alright, to be fair. All the mould's gone. So by the time this is finished, it's going to be like a brand new car. Seats back in, I got that back from Ant, so that's all repaired as well. We just need a little trim for around the handle and the sun visor clip, and that's the inside more or less complete. So that's going to be the end of this video, and I'm sure that's worth a subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.